Manohra and exert. The scene is the foot of Mount Krylas. The lights come up. The sun is sleeping on a bench outright. The strips of cloth that earlier served the lake now are lying diagonally across the stage, representing a stream to which the maids come for water. Two maids enter, speaking as they appear.
Today's the last day for the ceremonies, isn't it, girl?
Yes, isn't it exciting?
Oh, I'm so happy for her.
It's been such a long time. Imagine living within eyesight of the royal palace for 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days. I wouldn't be able to stand it for a week.
That's because you have somebody waiting at home.
But do you notice the princess? Sometimes she gets a faraway look in her eyes. Every time that happens, she cries.
Yes, one time I played some music of the Earth people, and she cried and cried for a long time.
Shh! Don't you know? The princess married one of the mortals? A prince, or so I hear.
This cleansing ceremony is to rid her of those mortals.
We all know that's silly.
Come, girls, we're wasting time. The princess will be waiting. She has waited so long already. Let's hurry.
You know, I think the princess would like to return to the Earth place. I think Her Highness loved the prince very much.
Forbidden thought. Returning to that place again, you must be out of your mind.
Well, it was just a thought. Her Highness would be very happy if he were here. Besides, seeing the king and queen for the first time since that awful day should make her very happy.
No mortal can ever come to Krylas. It's impossible.
How can a mortal cross the impenetrable forest? They don't have wings.
Why don't you go and help him?
I know. I wish the same thing too.
Let's go. We mustn't keep everybody waiting for us.
The two maids leave quickly, but one falls and spills the content of her jar. Oh well, after drawing water for 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days, I can do it once more. After today, the Princess Manohra will be finished with purification ceremony. I hope Her Highness finds happiness.
The cleansing ceremony of Manohra. This must be Krylas. Thank the gods. I must let Manohra know I am here. How can I do it? Little girl, could you stop a minute?
What do you want?
Don't worry. I won't harm you. Why are you carrying that water?
Don't you know? It's for the purification of Princess Manohra, who was returned from the mortal world.
Manohra, at last.
Today's the last day of her purification ceremony.
May I help you carry this jug? It looks rather heavy.
Thank you very much, kind sir. Are you from some kingdom on Krylas?
Not exactly.
He looks like one of the mortals. I wonder if... Do you know of a city called Pancala?
Perhaps.
I have heard Prince Ton of Pancala is a very handsome man, but that he is very cruel.
Oh, why so?
He left Princess Manohra to die because he wanted to marry somebody else. I wouldn't want to be married to someone like that, would you?
The prince did not want to leave the princess to die, my little friend. He went to war to save his people. Certainly, it was not his intention to kill the princess and marry another because he loves her very much.
Well, if he really loved the princess, he would have followed Her Highness, because the princess loved him very much too.
Maybe he has followed her.
Oh, I must hurry. The princess will be waiting anxiously for me, so the ceremony can begin. Thank you for your help.
If it is the God's will that we are reunited, let this ring be the symbol of our everlasting love. May the gods have mercy on both of us. Manohra, I'm here. Oh, Manohra, if I could only catch a glimpse of your face. It has been a long time, but not too long, for the end is almost in sight.
The setting is the throne room in the palace of Savannah Corn on Mount Krylos. The throne is up center and is backed by silk banners of gold and silver. Two Kinnari, the sisters of Manohra, sit on a long bench upright. The maids sit in a straight line on the floor up left. King Sumaraha rises from his throne to address his queen, Chankinari.
My dear, A long time has passed since our daughter returned from the mortal world. Hasn't the purification ceremony been completed yet? I seem to recall it should be almost finished.
I'm surprised, Tumaraha, that you can't remember the day that our daughter will finally return home to us.
I think it is the day. Don't you think so?
None of you can remember, but I can.
Tell us.
Well, it was 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days ago. Today, our sister returned. Today is the day when she can come into our city.
That's what I said, silly.
You did not.
I did too.
You did not. No quarrels, girls, or I'll take away your rings again. Oh, look! There's Manohra now. How beautiful she looks.
Come here, my little canary. There, there. Don't you cry. There. Dry your eyes, my sweet. Father is here.
I am here too, darling. Manohra, are you all right?
Manohra, tell me where and what happened after the forester caught you with a naga.
Please tell us, Manohra.
When the Naga caught me, I almost died of fright, especially when I saw all my sisters flying away. I was so afraid.
And then you married a mortal?
A prince, Tumaraha. Was he handsome?
Tell us, we are dying to know.
It sounds exciting. Maybe I'll be captured too.
Shh.
Well, Prince Atan is his name.
Prince Atan? What a nice name.
What a wonderful husband this Atan made. If he loved you as you say, Manohra, why did you have to escape? He probably told you to do so.
Manohra, dear, why did you have to fly away?
Yes, tell us. You see, it was really Purohit who wanted to kill me. He is a very evil person. It sounds nasty. I wouldn't want to meet him.
You poor thing. Tumaraha, can't we do something to that evil man?
Oh, blaming everything on this Purohit. Manohra, you are just as stupid as you always were. Don't you know it was your prince, whatever his name, who plotted to get rid of you? Huh, that prince is like the rest of mankind, corrupt and insincere. Stop thinking so well of those animals.
But father, Sultan is not like the rest of them. No one says an unkind word about him, except Purohit. Everyone loves him.
Stop praising your husband's worth. I don't want to hear any more. If your prince is as good as you have said, he should be on his way to Krylas.
Tumaraha, can't you see she's crying? Please, dear, stop making her unhappy. This is a day for great joy. Her return should be a happy occasion.
Well, all right, but if this prince is all you think him to be, he will come to Krylas to fetch you. Why, I would even perform another wedding ceremony for you.
Father, can you repeat what you just said?
If he really loves you, if he is brave enough, he should be able to follow you to our city.
And what if he follows me, your majesty?
We doubt it.
No man has ever come up to Kryla.
How can he get through all those obstacles? Isn't that right, sister?
If he does come, then I shall give you the greatest wedding Krylas has ever witnessed.
On your word of honor, father dear?
On my word.
I'll see that he keeps his word, Manohra.
Prince Atan has persevered and followed me up to Panakorn. At this moment, he is waiting outside the palace.
Is that so? I don't believe it.
If it's not true, father, I will offer my life in atonement.
Well, send for him.
Go out to the pavilion and ask the prince to come here, and hurry.
This is tomfoolery. No man can come to Krylas. It is impossible.
Suton strides in down left, led by the maid. The king is flabbergasted.
Are you the prince called Suton?
Sir, I am. It is a great honor to be able to pay my humble respect to your majesty.
Isn't that sweet? He's so well-bred and handsome too.
Dear, no such open approval yet. They might say you are over-anxious to have a son-in-law. Prince Suton, for what purpose did you come to Krylus? It must be something very important for you to have traveled such a long way.
Your majesty must already know from Princess Manohra that after her capture, she became my wife. When Manohra left Pancala, I could not endure the loss. Because of my love for her, I endured the hardship of Himakhan forest to find her.
You really loved my daughter, Prince Suton. Why did she have to flee for her life?
I was tricked into leaving the city to fight a war. When I returned, Manohra had already escaped the ceremonial fire. I set out immediately for Krylus, overcoming all obstacles for 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days to arrive this very morning.
Here are my daughters. Find the Princess Manohra, and I will give her hand willingly to you. Since you are her husband, you should be able to recognize her, though 7 years have passed. To fully prove your claim, you must pass this last test.
I shall try, your majesty.
Do you think you can identify your wife?
It will be difficult, your majesty, but I shall try to the best of my memory and love.
Suton walks on his knees past the throne and stands in front of the Kinnery.
Daughters, stand up and let the prince try to find Manohra.
The three Kinnery form a circle around Suton. He dances with each one briefly. Finally, he dances with Manohra, recognizing her easily. They dance perfectly together. The king is delighted.
Let there be joy unbounded. Kinnery, let us celebrate the reunion of Princess Manohra and Prince Suton.
Gradually, others joined the exuberant couple in their dance of exultation. Even Purohit joins in. As the entire company is now on stage, the rippling music of the pipat guides them as they dance their homage in the joy of life. The women kneel and the men dance. They're happy.